Hey y'all, how y'all doing, boys? This is the professor. Well, you all know our secret. This is Redneck Steve, and I'm back again, and wanted to cut this video. Now I want to apologize. This video is kind of late. I got home from work. And I worked another 10 hours. I mean, I just don't understand this. But I worked another 10 hours with a 30-minute lunch, and I come home, and boys, I tell you, I was dragging. Now, I was tired, and I come to the house here, and I ain't about to fight with that old woman. You know what I mean? When she gets home about me smelling, about me stinking. So what I did is I went straight to the shower, boys, and I took me a shower and put on my t-shirt and wanted to feel a little bit like Steve before she got home from work and that girl, whatever she's at, doing what she's doing. But anyways, I took me a shower and got changed, and I sat there on the chair, and I fell asleep is what happened. And I tell you, I've lost a lot of sleep in the last few days. I just can't sleep in this house. Normally, boys, I tell you, normally I could crawl up next to a creek bank and sleep. I've done it before. Not catching any fish, and just reel my pole in, lay down there on the hard ground, and just go sleep. I mean, but I tell you what it is. It's that old cat. I mean, they've got this cat here. And that cat, and he's the reason why I'm shooting this video right now. I mean, I didn't get much sleep because he crawled up on me. That cat, every time I lay down or try to sit down, I mean, he's right here next to my feet right now. And every time I try to do something, that cat's right there. And that woman, she's like, oh, she goes, you know that Oreo likes to sleep with his daddy. And I'm like, his daddy? I said, we got another cat? What do you mean his daddy? She's like, that's you. That's you. I'm like, there ain't no way I'm cat's daddy. I mean, that's not humanly possible, boys. I don't believe. And you know, Oreo, that's a cookie. I just don't understand these people. But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about today and fill y'all in on how everything's going here. You know, worked hard today. It was a pretty good day. I tell you, after a good day, you know, for years and years, I've smoked Marlboro Reds, and I mean, I know a lot of people probably don't like that. That's not the cool thing to do. But you know, the professor, he don't smoke Marlboro Reds. He got this gadget right here, and I mean, I don't understand it too much. I know how to work it, right? But I mean, that ain't a cigarette. I mean, after a hard day and after you get out of the shower, man, you want a drag of a cigarette. And I mean, what is? I mean, he's so uppity. And Professor, when you see this, son, I mean, you need to make. I mean, what is it? Where were you going in life? You know. But anyway, so today at work. Today at work was pretty interesting. I ain't gonna lie. Now, we was kind of busy, but not really like customer busy. We were doing different stuff, and we got them DVD players in, boys. They flew off the shelves. I tell you, like nothing. But there's this old boy that I work with. His name is Justice, and I thought his name was pretty cool. Justice, that reminds me, you know, Marvel. I mean, I like some of them old comic books. You know what I mean? I used to play with them. Daddy'd buy me one when I was young and growing up in the holler, and I didn't have many friends back then. And during the wintertime when it was too cold to hunt or fish, I mean, we'd read comic books. You know, it was pretty fun. But anyways, I got to know this old boy yesterday, and he's a pretty nice guy. I mean, he's got a high pitch voice for a man, but he's funny. We joke around that, and he even said, Mike, he said, you know, you're one of the funniest guys that I've met, and he goes, I really love your personality, and he's like, we never really talked before, and he goes, I'm glad we're finally getting to know each other. And let me backtrack just for a second now. I've watched The Professor for probably 5 or 6 months on this YouTube TV, and before I am the professor, right? I am him now, but anyways, it's puzzling to me, and this ain't what I really want to talk about, but I want to backtrack and explain myself here, because I know people are going to ask in emails and comments, what do you mean, Mike? But on here, the professor, but before it was me, the professor is, hey, this is your boy, the professor. On the other channel, hey, I'm the reviewing professor. But now, when I'm not on YouTube, and that woman and that little girl, Brianna, and them boys at work and that, they always call me Mike. And it was confusing at first because, I've got a great nephew named Mike, and I was looking around, but boys, he's been dead for years. So that confused me, but now I answer to it. So anyways, we was talking, and I got to know Justice pretty good yesterday, and I worked with them again today. Worked with them all day today, and we was back there in the stock room, when we was messing around, and you see a lot of strange things. I'm going to tell you something. When this job that the professor that I have, you see a lot of people. There are a lot of people. You deal with the public, and you see a lot of people, and you see a lot of things. And boys, I tell you, I thought that me and Bobby Sue, we seen everything, because the first week of the month, when we got our checks from the federal government, we go Walmart, and then we go Applebee's, but we see a lot of people doing that, you know what I mean? And then, basically after that first week, though, we pretty much just stayed ourselves at the house. We have our close-knit friends. Well, we had our close-knit friends, I guess. I won't see them no more. But anyways, working where I am now, and out in the public every day, and people coming in and out of that shop, buddy, you see everything. I've seen girls come in there with earrings on their nose. Earrings on their nose. And I've seen that on TV, like in Hollywood and stuff, and on the Netflix channel, that Orange is the New Black. Oh, I love that show, boy, right there, boys. Orange is the New Black. Them girls in prison like to fight and stuff. I like that stuff. But anyways, but I've seen it real, and I've seen guys come in and they have like blue in their hair, and not everybody, but occasionally you see that stuff, and I was like, man, I've been up in the hall too long. I don't know. But anyways, this Justice boy, he seemed like a normal guy. You know what I mean? We was joking around yesterday, and we got right in our routine today. We were cutting up and joking. He's a preppy guy. He's like the professor. He likes to dress up real nice and all that stuff. But he don't hunt or fish or nothing like that. He's not in that. He's in the stuff that I never heard of, something called Pinterest and something else. He said he watches a little bit of YouTube. He follows some guy named Mark Plier or something like that. But anyways, we was back there, and we was in between. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of customers, not a whole lot to do. And we was talking, we was cutting up, joking around. I was telling them some of my stories, and for some reason, when I tell them hunting stories, them boys don't believe it. But I don't know. But anyways, I was telling them stories, and every time I tell a story, they laugh, and even when it ain't funny, they laugh. But anyways, so I was punching on Justice. It was just me and him back there, and we were playing around. I grabbed him in the headlock, and he's laughing, giggling. He giggles like a little girl, and we're playing around, and he suddenly gets serious on me, and he says, hey now, he says, you need to be careful about that, Mike. And yeah, they call me Mike at work. I don't know, but he says, you need to be careful about that, Mike. He goes, you're a married man. He goes, and we don't want people to think that you're gay. You know, I was like, I'm pretty happy guy, you know. And he goes, no, he goes, you know, gay, like you know, you don't like women, you like men. And I was like, Justice, you're crazy. There ain't nobody, everybody knows me, would never ever think that about me. Why in the world would you say that? And boys, here's the humdinger of it all. Justice, he goes, well, he goes, Mike, he goes, in his little feminine voice, he goes, Mike, he goes, I'm gay. And I didn't know what to say. I never met gay. I mean, I don't know what the political thing, the right word to call them. He said gay. I mean, never met a gay before. This old boy, he sold me a coon dog one time, and he told me it was gay. But I never met a man. I mean, and I looked at him and I said, you know, that ain't funny right there, Justice. Y'all not joke about stuff like that. People are very uptight when it comes to homosexuality. I mean, I watched that stuff. That Lord, that Obama talked about that when he was in there, and phew, man, you know. And I mean, I see this stuff on TV, and I think, man, I was like, I'm sure glad I don't live in those places, because, man, this world's in bad shape, you know. But then when you watch it on TV, it doesn't seem real, you know what I mean? But he gets serious on his face, and he goes, no, he goes, really, he goes, I prefer man. I said, well, I said, you know, I appreciate you telling me that and being up front. I said, you know, folks, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm just a country boy from a head of a holler. I ain't used to dealing with stuff like that. I mean, the professor, you know, when you watch this, bro, or if you seeing this now, I don't know if you deal with that stuff or how you feel about that stuff. Evidently, you don't deal with it too much, because Justice said that I was talked to him more the last 2 days than I've talked to him in the last month that he's worked there. But or maybe you just didn't know. I don't know, but I didn't know what to say, so I just made a joke out of him. You know, I said, buddy, I said, we ain't worried about it. We don't care what people say. And you know, I kind of punched him on the arm. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? And you know, it just went on like nothing. You know, everything was okay. You know, I just went on with the day, and so everything was fine. You know, it was a serious moment, y'all, and everything was fine. The day went on for about an hour or two, and we actually cracked jokes about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong now, I'm not talking bad about homosexuality, and we didn't make fun of that stuff, but he was, you know, we'd crack stupid jokes and stuff like that, and we was having a good time, good day, you know. And we was sitting there, and we was loading these boxes, boys, and I tell you, I know this video is running a little bit long, but this just amazed me. We was loading these boxes, and Mike, he goes, you know, he goes, I like you, Mike. He goes, I really do. He said, you're all right. And I'm like, well, you know, Justice, buddy, you're okay too. You know, I really did. I was, you're okay too, buddy. And he goes, Mike, he goes, you really ought to try it sometime. And I was like, well, I said, you know, and I was like, try what? I couldn't remember what we was talking about, you know, because we've been talking, joking around. He goes, you really ought to try it sometime. And I, what do you mean? Try what, Justice? And he goes, being gay. And I was like, I don't think that's something you try, bud. I said, I'm pretty sure if I done something like that, that'd affect me for the rest of my life. And he just started busting out laughing. He was making a joke. But was he making a joke? Because I'll tell y'all something. Since he said that to me, it kind of was awkward the rest of the day. And it may have been me. I don't know. But I definitely ain't going to try that. I ain't going to try that. Bobby Sue, if you're listening, I ain't going to try that. And woman, Stephanie, I ain't going to try that. I mean, he's crazy, you know. But I think he was joking. But boy, oh boy, I mean, that just you don't say stuff like that. You know what I mean? I mean that freaked me out a little bit. Well, I tell you, I thought I'd seen it all. I mean, I've killed, you know, 13-point bucks and skinned many a squirrel and seen God's green earth and the sun come up and, you know, at 6 a.m. in the morning on top of a hillside and the campfire. And boy, this world, it's amazing what y'all see that light again? Was that light on here? Seems like every time we film now, there's a light there. But anyways, boys, I know the video's run a long time. I wanted to tell you about my day. I know that we've got a thing here on YouTube where we need to upload, but that's about all the time we do have today. I am wore out. I don't know if you can tell, I'm dead tired. I'm going to have to find some way to lock that old cat out of that room because I just can't. I need to get some sleep. Boys, I got to go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow. How many days do you work at a stupid job? Anyways, if y'all get a chance, make sure that I've been watching some of his old videos during lunch hour and that, so I pretty much know how to do this YouTube thing now. I told you, boys, I'm a professor. You don't have to get used to it. So if y'all get a chance, hit that subscribe button down there. Hit that subscribe button down there. And hit that like button. Boys, it's important. Hit that like button if you like this, please. And then also share. If you have one of them media accounts like Twitter and Facebook, share if you can. We really appreciate it. But boys, you know, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you get some rest. I'm gonna be back on here tomorrow. Got to make another review video. I'm good at them review videos, but if you ain't watched that one from yesterday, you're missing out because this is the reviewing professor right here, boys. Y'all have a wonderful night. I will see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Right next week.
Glorious! No, I won't give in. I won't give in.